welcome to another ramble. Today I wanted to make a recording on triggers and like catching yourself being triggered so that you're more likely to regulate your internal atmosphere. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like super shaky, yeah. I can't help that. But so yeah, I was thinking about it, and I think that a lot of us, not all of us, no, I feel like we all get triggered. We all get triggered. It's just a lot of us aren't aware of the triggers, and then when we are caught up in that energetic charge, it's hard for us to like redirect the energy, emotion to a place that is more pleasing towards yourself and others. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense. Yeah, so whenever you are triggered and say like you become anxious or hurt or irritated yeah, like it's important to catch yourself in that moment, and it's really subtle. Like the nudge that you will get is very subtle, you know what I mean? Especially if you're not accustomed to honing in on that. But if you can pay attention and become hyper aware to your triggers, you can actually redirect the energy or transmute it instantaneously. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I think most people, what happens is they get triggered, and what happens is an emotional charge is set loose in the system, and if they don't clear it, they start, it's almost like okay, how do I say, radio station or a TV, and you have the remote control. So whenever you are triggered, the channel changes. Only thing, it's on an energetic level. So the channel changes. Say like you were in a great mood and then something happened, and then you got really irritated. So at that point, the channel changed. You went from being super happy to somebody triggering you, and the channel switched to irritation. In that moment, you can be aware that the channel switched, and then you can be proactive about taking the controller back and switching it back to whatever you want it to be. There's a lot of things that happen on an external level that we have no control over, and so it's really important to take the controller back and change it to the station that you would like to reside on. If that even makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I know like there's a whole spectrum of emotions that we are able to experience and witness and observe, but I've noticed that, and this, I'm just talking from personal experience, when you are operating from a place that is negatively charged, then the things that happen around you and occur outside of you and within you will be negative. I mean, and that's okay if you want to experience more of that, but I have a feeling that we are inclined to want to experience joy and peace and harmony and grace. So if you want to experience that, then you need to be holding your remote control and switching the channel, instead of letting somebody else take the control away from you and change channels for you. You need to take the remote control back and tune into whatever station you want to watch. Oh wow, I just came up with a great analogy. I never thought about it that way. I usually use the radio, but I mean, remote control is much better. And if you were to like think about like a TV and how like we're visually seeing images, and that's what we're pretty much doing when we go through life, you know, is we're seeing things on a visual level, and then we're experiencing it through our senses. So yeah, like just take the controller back, you know, like don't let somebody grab your remote control and control you, you know. Another thing that I've been highly aware of is the amount of, how do I say, amount of people trying to influence where your attention goes. And the best way to do it is through the senses, right? And the most obvious way to do it is visually, like visually getting you to give your attention to something so that it can hopefully get into your mind, and then you can how do I say, accept that belief system, apply it, and, you know, emanate it, generate it, emanate it, I don't know, whatever term you want to use, outlet it, practice it, activate it, you know. Yeah, so that's why, like, I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I'm so particular about what I choose to activate. I think that's the best word to use. Because, like, say I see someone sign, like, come eat at my restaurant, I have pizza, or something like that. You know, that's their way of visually fishing, you know, to see how much people they can catch, how many people's attention they can catch, you know. And if you activate that, then you're going to supply them with the energy that they need in order to proceed with their busyness, their business. Even like I was driving here, and like, sorry, this may be touchy, but I've seen like a lot of signs like Jesus is coming and all this stuff, and so basically they're visually trying to catch you in order to like activate a belief system that will, you know, catch your attention and feed their business. That's all it is. It's all about like trying to catch and consume energy in the form of attention. So like you just have to be really wary about, you know, what you choose to activate within yourself based on where your attention is going, because that's where your energy is flowing, you know. And that's how like a lot of times we get like energetic leaks in our auric system. It's because, like, you know, we're just allowing people to take from our energy source, you know, and it becomes a leak. Anyway, I don't know if you understand me, and that's okay. If you learned something cool, if you didn't, that's cool too. All right, blessings to one and all. Amen.